Mr. Driver was trying to drive Star Wars into some profit. After Rise of Skywalker, apparently they had. I haven't read too much up on this, but apparently they had fully recorded and like did the whole movie, and then it got scrapped. Or how'd that work out?
I don't think they. I think they had like the idea and everything to get ready to make it or to make it into a movie. Like they had the whole idea. They had developed the whole thing. They had pretty much had Adam Driver on and everything ready to go. They had the script ready, and I think they just
So they were ready to film.
They had a finalized screenplay, a budget, proposed start date, and was entering early stages of prep and staffing.
Jeez, bro.
They purchased a full treatment from Steven Soderbergh and Rebecca Blunt.
Tell you what, that's a big way out that they missed out on, dude. But like,
well,
it's just
we've got the Star Wars Newsnet story up here because fake news. We don't like it. So apparently, I'm going to attempt to read, as you guys know by now, especially with Datapads and Darksabers. I can't read. That's why it's been taking so long to finish that book. So apparently, Adam Driver, according to the Associated Press, who's never wrong and never tells us any lies, Adam Driver revealed that he and Steven Soderbergh, along with others, put together a script for a post-Rise of Skywalker movie focused on the redemption of Ben Solo that was ultimately axed by your boy, Bob Iger. Let's see. I'm assuming this is a quote from Adam Driver. Yeah, said Driver. I was always interested in doing another Star Wars. I have been talking about doing another one since 2021, so a brick. Kathleen Kennedy had reached out. I always said, with a great director and a great story, I'd be there in a second. I love that character and love playing him. That's a distinctful, impactful statement by our boy Adam Driver. A good story and a good director.
It's sad, dude.
He said, we presented the script to Lucasfilm. They loved the idea. They totally understood our angle and why we were doing it. We took it to Bob Iger and Alan Bergman, and they said no. They didn't see how Ben Solo was live, and that was that.
You know what? You're a fucking joke.
Well, that might have to do with the fact that Bob Iger is a fucking idiot and doesn't know anything about Star Wars. Hot take.
I don't think that's a very hot take. I think it's just a fact.
No, I think it's
based on everything that we've heard, and like he's been using. He's not unintentionally using Kathy as like a scapegoat.
Oh, he's using Kathleen as a
her, man,
a fucking meat shield at this point, bro.
Yeah, man. Apparently, he's the reason why we never got Tatooine at Galaxy's Edge. He's the reason why he wanted to have his own version. That's why he had Batuu. So they wanted to create their own version of Star Wars. That's why he wanted to move away from Luke and everything. Apparently, Kathy wanted Luke and Rey to be like the main part of the whole sequel trilogy. That didn't happen,
as it should have been.
Kathy originally wanted Clone Wars to continue on, and Bob rejected that.
Oh, we'll get to what Bob has rejected.
Dude, all this stuff I've been hearing is insane.
We're gonna stay on Driver for a minute, but we're gonna get to Uncle Bob and his his severe onset lack of vision, focus, care, and desire to make money.
Say less.
Driver revealed that he reached out to Steven Soderbergh and Rebecca Blunt, who outlined a story for blah, blah, blah. Carrie Beck. So everybody was on board. Carrie Beck, Dave Filoni, Kathleen Kennedy. With their approval, one of the coolest expletive scripts, so I'm assuming fucking script that I've ever been a part of. That's what he said. It was motivated by Driver's thought that there was unfinished business with Ben Solo in the third movie, as he should have been. It's crazy. Like Darth Vader gets a like a resurgent story. Like he comes back as Anakin at the end of the movie, but then they fucking get rid of Ben Solo. How is Ben Solo alive? Also, Iger somehow Palpatine returned.
Exactly,
literally, bro.
Exactly.
Literally.
I saw a video today where like they like somebody was trying to make it make sense. They're like, well, maybe they don't want to do it because they're trying to avoid the whole somehow Palpatine returned incident again. And I'm like, but you can explain this shit.
It's like
we've talked about this 100 times.
But it's like, bro, at the same time, it's like that same mindset. And then Bob Iger was okay with bringing Ki-Adi-Mundi into fucking Acolyte and Plagueis. Like what?
Wild, dude.
I don't like breaking people down, and I'm not a hateful person, but like that has to be some of the dumbest fucking decision making I've ever seen in my entire life, bro. That's what I'm saying, Macman. They scrapped this idea to make money and would have. I'm gonna be honest with you, if it was filmed and done how they're explaining it, like if it was actually really good and Adam Driver was on board with it, because I don't think he was satisfied. This could have made up. This could have made up. This could have made up for the shit show that was Rise of Skywalker.
That's what I'm saying. Like this was their way forward. Okay, we'd have an actual bloodline Skywalker still alive. We've talked about this 100 times. The only way to be able to make better stories is to improve stories, to write better stories around it. So this is their opportunity, one of their opportunities that was pretty much all the way there, and then it got shut down because Iger, like I said, he doesn't. Apparently, the thing I've been hearing is that Iger just does not like George Lucas, which just blows my mind.
We'll have some theories on that. I've got a big theory.
All right, I'll stop talking because I don't want to get us off track.
Yeah, we don't want to skip ahead to the regularly scheduled broadcasting.
Okay.
But the thing I will say is we could have had that bounce back in what, like 2021, 2022.
When Book of Boba Fett came out, man. 21.
But yet we are sitting here in 2025, 2026. We're really waiting till 2026 to see if they can save this fucking franchise when they could have saved it a year, 2 years after Rise of Skywalker.
In the movie we're going to see is Bob's idea.
Yeah, so if it flops, we're rioting for getting Bob back out. Like, that's the thing that sucks is like Disney brought him back.
What up, Obi-Sean?
Disney brought him back, bro.
Well, my thing of it is this: like, say what you will about the sequels. If you love them, hate them, it doesn't really matter. But like, I think 95% of people will agree that Adam Driver as
Kylo,
Ben Solo / Kylo was the best part of those three movies.
Best character,
and the fact that you're going to dismiss it,
Babu
Frick. Don't ever disrespect
you got me. But no, you're right, Cam.
But like, yeah, and the fact that you're going to dismiss it purely based on the fact that, especially like, even if you look outside of just Star Wars and all the people that Star Wars has resurrected that should have stayed dead, look at Marvel.
Check out my latest video to see me crash out about that.
Yeah,
when are you not crashing out though?
But I mean, like, look at, nobody dies permanently in Marvel, hardly. Nobody in Star Wars seems to die and stay dead.
Ultron died and stayed dead.
Say Ultron.
But like, yeah, but I'm just like, the fact that if he had given a halfway intelligent reason why he didn't think the movie should get made, that would have been one thing. But since he dismissed it and canned it for such a, stupid sounding reason and just made himself sound like a even bigger of an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
My thing given a halfway intelligent reason,
see,
it would have been different.
That's the thing, bro, is Bob will just go like, nah, fuck that. And then everybody has to shut the fuck up and follow course. Like Lucasfilm and Disney can't say anything. Like the execs at Lucasfilm can't say anything. They can't give any reasons because nothing gets out with that certain person's approval, dickhead. And it's like, if you're not going to greenlight something, the least you could do, like, you bought this fucking IP. I understand if you don't give a shit about it, you don't give a shit about the fans.
It's crazy to,
But even as a business, right? You're looking at a business model, customer service. If I'm being told I can't do something at a fucking store, they give me a reason.
It's just insane to me to think that, hey, we're going to buy a property and what we're going to do is we're going to make our own version of it and just like wipe the floor with what was before. Then like how does that make any sense at all, man? Like, you're buying the thing because it's worth what it is because of what it was.
And the potential to make money. And every time they have an opportunity to print money,
they don't do it.
And earn next to GDP levels of certain third world countries, GDPs.
But
they're like, we can't
Bob
do that.
wants it to be his own legacy of something that he created that was unique. Bob is also the reason why he was getting paid all this money and all his workers weren't getting paid shit. I mean, you guys remember all this stuff that happened a year or two ago.
I mean,
it's crazy, dude.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Bob Iger's legacy will now forever be.
Oh, it's done,
fucked.
dude.
He's
He's the guy
done.
who ruined Star Wars in a
Literally.
lot of ways. I mean,
but the other thing that scares me too is like this could also open up a loophole by which people want Kathleen to stay. And as much as I am going to take a little bit of blame off of Kathleen, at the same time,
yeah,
she's part of all of these shit projects that have been released.
Well, it's also the way that she's handled the PR and
that
stuff
too.
That's another.
She just gives off like pompous bitch attitude, and I don't fuck with it.
Well, man, the biggest thing that I've known that she's done, at least in recent years, is lashing out at fans for not liking what they've made. It's like that doesn't make any. If fans are entitled to their own opinion, if you make something and we don't resonate with it, you're gonna sit here and say it's our fault.
Right, and then the fact that she was like, "There's no source material," I'm like,
that's part, brother. That's like, fucking part.
And it's funny because now they're going back and they're using all of that.
It's actually all right here on this shelf. It's called Legends, and the stories are better than everything you've ever done.
If we take a look at a Precious Legends material, it's got one.
We gonna talk about that? Are we going to talk about the fact that they had a Bane series?
Pages
We're getting there.
Of fucking source material that is literally categorized by eras in Star Wars, from before the Republic all the way to Legacy, 40 years after A New Hope. You're going to sit here and tell me 30 fucking years of goddamn books and stories and comics isn't source material for shit? Get the fuck out of here, bro.